Break a bottle, let your body waddle. Break a bottle.
What is going on, Crimson City? My name is CBAD, and welcome back to the second episode of VGCbad, a series where I, who knows nothing about the VGC playstyle, will learn using teams that others have built previously before me. If you guys saw yesterday's episode, we are 1-1 currently on the BattleSpot ladder, and we're using the same team as yesterday that was built by xRazeOvation. So as always, the link to his channel will be in the description. Please make sure to go check him out. He's a phenomenal VGC battler. He's very passionate about this playstyle, and he knows a lot about it. So if you guys are looking for really good VGC content, I would definitely go check out his content before you check this out. But if you're interested in growing and learning about the VGC playstyle with me, then please be sure to hit that like button, and as always, if you're new to the city, hit that subscribe button as well. So, I'm using the same team as yesterday. We do have the Aegislash, the Suicune, Mega Garchomp, Sylveon, Talonflame, and T-Tar. So we're going to challenge. Our rating is 1501. So we got 1 point. We started off yesterday to clean 1500. We do get 1 point yesterday after our 1 loss and our 1 win, which is not the best, not the worst, you know. But I will take breaking even. I will break even. I will not break bad. I will break even. So, finding somebody with a 1434 rating. So either they're not as good as us, or they haven't had as much luck. So, Politoed, Kingdra, Mega Mawile, Espeon, Superior, and Raikou. So you might want to lead off with the Politoed just to set up the rain, which I'm not the world's biggest fan of. So I'm not going to lead off with the T-Tar, so I can switch in and take out the rain. So I'm going to lead off with Aegislash and Garchomp. I bring T-Tar. And looking at his team, what would hit aside from, if he doesn't bring the Mawile, Sylveon kind of runs shop on his whole team as far as choice specs, pixelated hyper voices go. So, we're going in. We're going in. We're going in. Okay, I'm not. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. So, leads off with the Mawile and the Raikou. So, a Sand Force Earthquake is not going to do him any favors. Or you have the Air Balloon. Either way. So, Aegislash is not going to outspeed Garchomp, so I can't really go for a... I can't go for a move, because what I would do is I would go for a Flash Cannon on the Raikou, pop the Air Balloon, and then I could go for that Earthquake. However, I'm going to back out into Tyranitar. Once that sand is up, I'm going to Mega Evolve. I'm going to go for a Rock Slide. Because I want to say Garchomp outspeeds Raikou, but I don't know Mega Garchomp, because I know they boost the attack stat. I could be completely wrong on Raikou, just outspeeds everything. Absolutely everything. So we are going to be able to pop the Mega. And we're hopefully going to be able to get this Rock Slide off before he can do anything. Oh, he Mega Evolves as well. What do you get? Hyper Cutter? What do you got? What do you get? Goes for the Sucker Punch onto the Mega Garchomp. Not a bad play at all. That is going to do half. Raikou's going to outspeed. Get that Hidden Power Ice off. Ouch. Ouch. So maybe not bringing something with Tailwind wasn't my best bet looking at this. Bringing something with Tailwind would have definitely done better. I'm going to bring in the Sylveon. And I believe I should outspeed the Mawile. And then go for Hidden Power Ground on it. We can see what he wants to do here. Goes for a straight up Volt Switch onto the Sylveon. Sylveon is going to eat that up. He's going to get out of here. And go out into Superior. So if we would have Pro Played and gone for the Ice Beam with T-Tart, that would have been awesome. We are going to be able to get an HP ground off. That does a lot of damage. Rock Slide is also going to come off. I know it's resisted, but it is stab. We cannot do that much damage with it. We do get the flinch off, though. That is good. That is good for us. So now what we can do here... I'm going to protect with Tyranitar. And I feel like double backing out. I feel like if I back out into Aegislash. I'm going to back out into Aegislash. Because I feel like I've got an Iron Head coming my way or something. So I'm going to back out here. I'm going to go into Aegislash. So that way the next time Sylveon comes in, assuming the Mawile is dead, we can go for Hyper Voices. We can just light off those Choice Specs Hyper Voices. There's the Sucker Punch, but it failed. And he goes for the Leaf Storm, and Tyranitar protected itself. Pro plays! Pro plays, ladies and gentlemen. So, what we can do now is I'm actually going to go for an Ice Beam on the Superior. And I don't know what's going to do more. Flash Cannon or Shadow Ball. I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball onto the Mega Mawile. Goes for the Sucker Punch. That is going to do a lot of damage. Hold on, Aegislash. There you go. There you go. Add a Sword. Goes for the Reflect. Okay, but good thing I'm attacking especially on both sides. T-Tar's going to get this Ice Beam off on the Superior. That is going to do not enough to knock it out, but Sandstorm damage will be able to knock out the Superior, hopefully within another turn. Go for the Shadow Ball onto the Mawile. That is going to knock out the Mega Mawile with the critical hit, so we are going to be able to come in with Sylveon and get in a bunch of Choice Specs Hyper Voices now. So another turn of Sandstorm damage will be able to knock this thing out. I feel very comfortable. I might just actually double protect this turn. He might back out with a Superior to save it. I'm not quite sure what he wants to do on that end. And he's going to send out the Espeon. Okay. So, I'm going to protect with Tyranitar. And I'm going to King Shield with Aegislash. So the Sandstorm will be able to knock out the Superior. So then all we're left with is Espeon and Raikou. Goes for the Glare, protects, goes for the Dazzling Gleam and Tyranitar. They both, so Aegislash, oh, Dazzling Gleam is going to hit both. So the Sandstorm does subside, unfortunately. So what we can do is we can actually switch out Tyranitar with Sylveon. I do want to get that Sand up, that's super helpful. And then I'll go for a Shadow Ball onto the Espeon. Goes for the Leaf Storm, predicting the T-Tar to stay in. I'm not sure, but either way, that is contrary Superior. It is now +2. It is a huge threat. When we bring back in the Tyranitar and set up the Strain, we are free to protect with that. Aegislash is going to go down, unfortunately. So now what we can do here, he might take it. Alright, so bringing in the Tyranitar, the Superior is going to go down. Now my question is he going to attack a Sylveon? Knowing he can knock it out with a +2 Leaf Storm. I gotta go for Hyper Voices. I'm gonna protect with the Tyranitar. Because I'm curious to see if he actually attacked me. Probably Leaf Storm and a Dazzling Gleam if I had to guess looking at his moveset. Goes for the Glare, actually. Paralyzes the Sylveon. Doesn't take it out. Wow, okay. And then Dazzling Gleam is not going to do too much. It is not stab. Sylveon is pretty bulky. We are going to be able to get a Hyper Voice off. That's going to take out the Superior. Espeon to that does a large amount of damage too, which I am okay with, 100%. Absolutely okay with that. So now the Raikou is going to come back in. And Raikou is probably going to go for an HP Ice or an Aura Sphere, depending on its... No, it's not the event Raikou. It's not shiny. Doesn't have the... It doesn't have Aura Sphere. I think I'm gonna go for a Rock Slide. Nope. Click Rock Slide. There we go. I'm gonna go for a Rock Slide just in case he does take out the Sylveon this turn. Sets up the Rain, actually. Okay. So now, Dazzling Gleam that is not going to kill Sylveon. We live on 10, super effective on the Tyranitar. We do get a Weakness Policy boosted Rock Slide off though, which is going to be amazing. And it does hit both Mons. So Espeon is down. And assuming we're not fully paralyzed with the Sylveon, I think we got this. I think we got this! And we nail the Hyper Voice, and that is going to be... Wow! I did not think I had that at all. Holy crap. And again, if I'm not playing how VGC players normally play, I apologize. Let me know in the comments section down below. But we got a 2-0 victory. We are now 2-1 in VGCbad. So if you guys are ready, we're going to go on for our second battle right now. Man, that felt good. That felt good. I do want to continue battling. Man, oh man, Battle Box. I love this. This team is so good. I can't wait to play. Like, I'm getting so excited over VGC content. So we're 15-15, 2-1 right now, as you can see on the screen. Man, oh man, making plays. Making plays. All right, 14-59, Takumi from Japan. Takumi from Japan is bringing the Kanga, Suicune, Lando, Thundurus. I feel like I fought this exact same team yesterday, unless this is a very common. These are very common Pokemon to bring. So, looking at his team, I do want to. I'm gonna lead up, bring off Talon. I'm gonna lead with Talonflame, so I can get the Tailwind up. And then, assuming he leads with the Amoonguss, I could just Brave Bird, honestly. And then I'm gonna bring the Sylveon. Now, looking at his team, he's got the Suicune, so I don't know if I want to bring Garchomp. I don't know if I want to bring Garchomp. I want to bring... I'll bring Suicune. And then... Garchomp does get Rock Slide. I'm going to bring... No, I'm going to bring T-Tyre. I'm going to bring Talonflame, Sylveon, Suicune, and T-Tyre. That is what we'll go with for this. I'm going to lead off. I'm going to get the Tailwind up early. And then, but if he does lead off with the Amoonguss, I am just going to Brave Bird that thing right out of my way. There's no reason not to. Absolutely no reason not to. Amoonguss is such a huge wall. So he actually leads off with Suicune and Thundurus, surprisingly enough. So Talonflame and Sylveon are going to come out. So what we can do here... I'm going to set up the Tailwind. I'm going to set up Tailwind, go for the Hyper Voice. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Protects with the Thundurus. Is he going to protect with Suicune just to see what he wants to do? Nope, Suicune is not going to protect. Suicune might set up the Tailwind on his side. Yep, there it is. So Suicune does set up the Tailwind on his side. So now we've got two Tailwinds up. And the Thundurus is going to protect. Let's see how much this does to the Suicune. Suicune's normally like a pretty bulky mon. Does half, but we do pop the Citrus. So honestly, we could... I'm going to protect with Talonflame, and I'm going to go for another Hyper Voice. Protect with Talonflame, go for another Hyper Voice. I don't see why not, honestly. He is going to withdraw the Suicune. Now that the Citrus Berry is gone first turn. And he's going to go out into the Landorus to get the Intimidate drop. I'm not really here for a bulky attacking Talonflame. I like using it as a support. I like using it for that priority Tailwind. Goes for the Thunderbolt. Talonflame protects itself. We do get that Choice Specs Hyper Voice off. That is going to do over half to both Mons. Holy crap. So at this point, knowing I've got a Thunderbolt incoming, I'm going to switch into T-Tower Talonflame. I'm going to preserve that. And I'm just going to keep throwing Hyper Voices. Because that honestly seems to be my best bet. Looking at how much damage that just did, we're going to be able to set up the Sand. Goes for the Protect with the Thundurus. Does he Protect with Lando? I'm curious. Goes for the Rock Slide with Lando. Not bad. Not bad. So as long as you don't get flinched, the Landorus is dead. We do not get flinched, so that is going to be a dead Landorus. Gotcha. So now we've got Mons that can hit both sides of his team, and it looks like another turn in Sandstorm might kill the Thundurus. So what we can do here, depending on what he brings in, if he brings in that Heatran, I don't know why he didn't bring the Heatran, to be completely honest with you. I'll Rock Slide and I'll Hyper Voice. Okay, so I don't know much about VGC, but one thing I do know is that if I see a Sylveon on the other team, I bring a strong Steel type to bar it, because otherwise, Hyper Voices just kind of go. Goes for the Grass Knot on the T-Tar. Oh, we are not going to take that very well. We do get Weakness Policy activated, so as long as the Kanga did not go for the T-Tar, we're going to be able to do some heavy, heavy damage. So Life Orb, Thundurus. He's going to go for the Double Edge. That is... Oh, that hurt. Okay. So we are going to be able to get a Weakness Policy boosted Stab Rock Slide off. And we're going to be able to knock out the Thundurus. Can we knock out the Kanga? That is a +2. Okay, we cannot knock out the Kanga. We cannot knock out Kanga. We can, however... Oh, Sandstorm damage is a real thing. So what we can do... Our team's Tailwind petered out. Both teams' Tailwinds petered out. I'm going to go out into... What else did he have? He had Suicune. I'm going to go out into my own Suicune here. I'm going to go out on my own Suicune, and instead of... He's going to set up his Tailwind, so I'll set up mine with Talonflame. I'll Protect with Tyranitar. And I'm going to go for a Scald on the Kangaskhan. I feel like Tyranitar is a threat right now just because they can hit both Mons, so I feel like that's what he's going to go for. Goes for the Double Edge. Actually goes for the Double Edge on the Suicune. That's super unfortunate. Suicune is going to be able to eat that up, though, and the recoil. He's going to pop the Citrus. Pop the Citrus. There we go. Pop the Citrus Berry. The recoil damage should actually kill Kanga. Which it does. So our Scald is going to be redirected to the Suicune. And if we can get the burn, that would be phenomenal. %30 chance, we do not get the burn. We do not get the burn with that. So with just one Mon left. I think we got this. I think we might go 2-0. Close to the Scald onto the T-Tar. It is going to be able to knock us out, unfortunately, but we do have Suicune and Talonflame going up against the Suicune. So can we snag the burn? 30% chance, second time, statistically. Statistically, we still don't get the burn. So now we can go on to Talonflame and we can just knock this guy out. So I'm just going to click Brave Bird. And I'm going to click Scald. And that's how that's going to work. And Brave Bird is going to knock out the Suicune. So ladies and gentlemen, we have won both of our battles in today's episode of VGCbad. So please make sure, if you're excited, hit that like button. And if you're new to the city, hit that subscribe button as well. Because now our ranking is going to be 3-1 on the BattleSpot ladder for this series of VGCbad. I might do one more episode with this team. I'm not quite sure yet. Then we'll switch it up. We might do 3 episodes with each team. So, like I said, if you guys are excited, please make sure to hit that like button. Let's see what our rating is. Yes. What is our rating? Does it tell us, or do I have to be in a battle? No, we do have to go into a battle in order to see that. So, like I said, if you are interested at all in this VGC content, be sure leave me some criticism down in the comment section below. Any suggestions for a team you might want me to use on this episode? Anything I might need to know about this, because all your help and support is all I need in this world in order to be able to learn how to do this playstyle adequately and to perform better in this format. So, all that being said, my name is CBAD, and I will talk to you all soon. Later.